I'll kick it off. Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar, Big Picture Prospecting, Earn 100K in 12 Weeks with MAPS coach Christina Griffin. Please note that this meeting is being recorded and will be available within 24 hours on the MAPS Group YouTube channel. You may access the YouTube channel from your Zoom confirmation email, and we will share the link in the chat momentarily. Currently, everyone is on mute. We do value group participation, so we ask that if you have any questions for your coach, please type them into the chat box located in the taskbar at the bottom of your screen. Your questions will be addressed by your coach throughout the webinar. Following the meeting, if you have any questions about today's call or coaching programs, please email us at fasttrack, FASTTRACK @kw.com. That's all for me, Christina. Take it away.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you so much. Okay, guys, thank you for joining. Gosh, I can't believe it's February 15th already. Many of you are heading to Orlando this week, so I hope to meet each and every one of you. Big picture prospecting, how to earn 100,000 in 12 weeks. I'm going to actually share with you things that I teach in my course and that I personally have done. In my own personal business, we've sold over 5,000 homes, and I've been in the business for 20 years. I have a very extensive background in distressed real estate, from working with institutional organizations to investors, large banks. I call it everything down and dirty and distressed, so to speak. But today, my goal for you is to expand your thinking, to really look at the big picture and look how you can expand what you do, how you do, and how to create relationships that can result into hundreds, maybe even thousands of transactions. We're going to go a little fast because I always have a lot to say. Just know that you guys are going to be able to watch this on the recording. And again, I hope you join us in March for our upcoming class. Institutional organizations. What is that? There are different levels of real estate investors. Institutional organizations, in my personal opinion, there are much more complex definitions, but they are companies that own thousands of homes, and they're buying these homes to buy them, rent them, and keep them long-term. Most of them keep them over 10 years. An iBuyer is different in my personal opinion. Again, there's a lot of definitions out there, but an iBuyer is more technology. You look at Open Door Offer Pad, Keller Offers, you click a button, they give you an automated or a vetted response on an offer, and they're normally going to buy, fix, and sell those properties. Institutional organizations like Invitation Homes is one of them. They own thousands of homes, over 70,000+ homes nationwide, and they're keeping these properties long-term. Why am I sharing this with you? I want you to think bigger. I want you to think how you can create these relationships to create a ton of transactions. I'm going to share with you just a little bit of numbers for you to start thinking about. A lot of us as agents, we feel that there are no transactions. There's nothing on the market because a lot of markets there isn't. There's 1, maybe 2.5 months max. Well, just something for you to start to think about. There currently this year to date has been about 5 billion sales with single family rental owners. And again, those are institutional organizations. 2021, 45 billion, 2020, there's 3 billion. What does this mean? It translates to approximately 50 billion in homes from these larger organizations. That's going to result in over 125,000 potential sales. So again, we think there's nothing on the market, but there's a lot of transactions that are closing and are happening off the market. So what I'm here today to show you and tell you is just, again, to expand your thinking. Now, again, talking a little fast, And that's because I want to make sure that I provide as much value as possible. I've got a blog, ChristinaGriffin.com. It's my MAPS coaching viral blog. I want you to go to the top, click download tips to get more referrals. There's a ton of really great content in there. And in that particular folder is going to have some golden letters. A lot of you have talked about golden letters, but there's one in there specific I want you to personally look at, and here's why. There is one that is a letter on how to be able to prospect for investors. It basically says, I'm sending you this letter to see if you're interested in buying additional homes for investments. We extensively prospect for off-market homes and saw that you own homes in the area we're targeting. Now, why do you need this? Again, big picture, right? I'm going to screen share and show you. Absolutely. I'm going to screen share and just show you one aha on things that you may not know exists, but I am going to talk to you about building your pipeline and how to create more opportunity. This is Orlando, Florida. The reason why I am sharing Orlando, Florida is most of us are going to be in Orlando, Florida this week. And these are all of the single family rental owners that own more than 10,000 homes nationwide. I'm going to teach you during our course on how to find this data, how to navigate these opportunities, whether it's an owner that owns 100 homes or 500 homes. So I'm, again, just going to show you, these are Orlando owners that own more than 10,000 homes nationwide. I'm going to click on the first one. So we have an address in Austin, Texas. Linked properties is 31,451 homes. What would it look like for you to work with an owner like this? These particular owners, this particular one is Amherst Residential. This is a client I've worked with for several years. They buy any home that fits within their buy box. I'm going to explain to you what a buy box is. But again, why am I talking to you about this? I want you to start to think big picture. If you do not have a pipeline of properties that are coming up, or you do not have a pipeline of buyers or sellers you're working with, I'm going to show you how to be able to find investors, whether it's investors that own 100 homes, 25 homes, or 20,000 plus homes. You're going to have conversations with those investors, and that conversation is going to be simple. It's going to be as simple after you scrub the do not call, and I'm going to read to you the do not call, and here's why. It's so important that you comply with it. The TCPA includes the National Do Not Call Registry and also regulates telemarketing calls. Real estate agents who violate these laws face stiff regulatory penalties and or potential catastrophic legal damages. Contact an attorney to determine if your practices follow the TCPA guidelines. In addition to federal laws, several states have laws governing telemarketing. Consult an attorney to determine applicable laws in your area. Very important. We are going to talk about that a lot in my course, but it's very important that you comply. Now, what's on the screen right now is an organization that owns over 30,000 homes. Big picture, they want to get to 1 million homes. So if you're in an area, and I'm going to show you just how simple I'm going to make it and help you, whether it's an investor, again, that owns 25 or 30,000 plus homes, you're going to pick up the phone after you scrub the do not call, and it's going to be a simple script. I saw that you own quite a few properties in Florida, Orlando, Texas, and we are extensively prospecting for off-market properties. I want to see if you could take a few minutes and advise me if you're currently still buying any assets, any homes, any vacant land, whatever it is that investor owns. If you're buying, what type of properties are you looking for? And when we find a home, what is the best way to send you these properties? Would you like us to send you a property directly, or do you have off-market acquisition department? We're looking for solid, reputable investors that we can send properties to that need cash offers and grow relationships with. Now, if they say they're not interested in buying homes, I want you to ask them if there's anything else that they can help you with. or anything else you can help them with. They may need help renting their homes. They may have portfolios that are non-performing that they want to sell. They may need help in another part of the US that you can use our referral network to refer agents to. Now, if they advise they're not, that's where you ask them that. Now, if they say that they're still interested in buying, you're going to go through a simple script with them. Thank you for telling me that you're interested in buying. Do you have an official buy box you can send us? Also, some of the clients need proof of funds. Are you willing to share? Normally, we send an email summary of the property with a Google link that has some photos of the asset. And in addition, does that work for you, or do you prefer another format? Remember, you have to meet them where they are. I'm going to show you in my class also how to work with large banks, how to work with small investors, institutions, asset management companies, everything that you can imagine that can scale, corporations, small, little, big. So they're all going to have different formats that they work. So you're going to ask them if they prefer any other format. And then you're going to tell them, thank you for your time. Would you be able to specify if you're looking for single family or what type of asset class? I'm going to teach you what that means. Thank you very much for your time. Would you be able to give me your best email? You're going to follow up. And then is there anything else that Keller Williams can help you with? If they respond yes, I want you to listen to them. I want you to take down the details and advise that your team leader or you will be back in touch. And that you're looking forward to building a long-term relationship. Some of you are not going to know how to maybe help them on some of their needs. So working with your coach to help you grow those relationships, things that I'm going to teach you in our course are very important. Now, again, why am I sharing this with you? Big picture prospecting, right? Looking at a company, looking at an organization that owns 30,000+ homes, and seeing that what they own. This is an example of just this one organization on the type of properties that they want to buy. Anything that fits their buy box, anything that fits a square box with these particular details and homes they own. So what would it look like if you were in Birmingham, Alabama, and you knew that they or other investors were buying homes in a certain neighborhood? Would it be worth your time if you took a simple golden letter and you went and populated that neighborhood with flyers? They do not charge fees like a lot of iBuyers and institutional clients. They just want the home and they're going to pay full market value. I'm going to teach you how to think bigger and how to look at opportunities like this on scale. Now, I personally have worked with banks, asset management companies, and I've sold 500,000+ properties with one entity. When you love on these entities and these opportunities, it's going to allow you to scale. But I'm going to just teach you one other small concept. A lot of you have no desire to work with investors. I don't know why, but a lot of you don't. So what would it look like if you took your current pipeline, you touched all of your old leads in your database, and you determined if they were ready to buy? You checked on what type of properties that they're currently looking for and how, let me stop sharing my screen, sorry. You touched all of your current leads and you just pulse checked them to see, hey, are you still buying? I know last year, or I know when COVID started that you decided you did not want to buy anymore. What would you be interested now? Is there any way we can get you approved again for a loan? There's a lot of opportunity, or I'm prospecting for off-market potential. Now, guys, again, a lot of us think there are no properties on the market. There are a ton of off-market transactions. I want you to start becoming a hunter, truly understand what is in your pipeline, get all of their information, and start to build an awesome list of what their needs are so you can go and find them properties. So again, big picture, we're going to start to go look for those opportunities. I personally, in our course, you're going to learn about 100+ additional off-market key factors, from probate to absentee owner to liens to HOA liens, pre-foreclosures, everything in between. So we're going to identify the customer, whoever they are, and we're going to go to the neighborhood that they want to buy, and we're going to be proactive to find them homes, and we're going to fit buyers and we're going to fit sellers together. And that is just a simple way to find inventory. And I'm going to give you the tools and the resources and show you guys how to do that. Now, a buy box. A buy box is what they're looking for. In the folder that I shared with you has a simple investor Q&A. And in that simple folder that pops open, you're going to see a Q&A sheet. And in that Q&A is going to have an investor worksheet that you're going to fill out. And again, you can use this for whoever you are working with. You're going to ask them what type of property they're looking for. If they're looking for renovations, rental properties, in what areas they're looking to purchase, you're going to ask them their details and specifics, how they're going to buy. And again, when you're working with investors, it's a really great, just simple way to be able to go through items with them and be able to scale. A lot of us, we wait for business to come to us. A lot of us, we are spinning our wheels, we feel, in this particular market. I want to encourage you to really truly find out what's in your pipeline, find out what the gaps are for your goals. Know that inventory can be created, an opportunity. Gary said in a mastermind a few years ago, those that create the inventory control the market. And that's what I'm going to teach you to do. There are investors and there are owners across the country. And this is very, very small, one aspect of what we teach in the course that I teach for MAPS Coaching that's getting ready to launch. But there are investors across the country. So if you do not have enough buyers or enough sellers you feel like in your pipeline, I'm going to show you how to locate the investors. And I'm going to just give you I'd say something to think about. And again, hold on one second. The folder is on my blog. It's christinagriffin.com. Okay. Now, again, this is just something, a software program that I'm showing you because when you teach across the country, it's great to have resources that are at your fingertips. So I'm just going to show you, this is 200 to 300 homes nationwide. So let's just pretend you're having a conversation with an investor, and an investor says, I own a ton of homes. I have a ton of experience. You're going to get their address because you're going to send them a card, add them to the database, and check this out. You put in an address, linked properties, and you can see across the country how many properties they own. I'm going to show you how to do things like other wholesalers, investors, for sale by owners, when they're selling properties, how you can locate who owns multiple properties in that direct neighborhood, and how you can go and you can find a buyer for that specific home. We can have a business as big as we dream it. We just have to get into habit and consistency in doing things that create revenue. I personally have transactions in our world that are 6, 7, 8% commission because they are off market. So again, that's just a small thing that I'm going to show you in our course. Now, there is a copy of a simple letter for you to reach out to investors to. It's kind of a reverse type prospecting on being able to create the investor and then go send the golden letters. Now, there are simplicities that a lot of the investor groups need when you are working with an owner that is willing to sell their home cash. So we're going to do a checklist of photos that they can text you. It's super simple. It's a copy of the front, any damage, interior shots, exterior, and just some simplicity on those photos, which I'm going to also share with you in our course. Now, the process is super simple. Marketing and lead generation. We're going to create the message. We're going to find the location through data, and we're going to have the marketing vehicle. And I'm going to give you a lot of examples of letters and flyers and door hangers. You're going to go on the first appointment, or the seller may say, yes, sure, I'll sell the property cash. And then you're going to put together a nice proposal to the different buyers. Now, keep in mind, you may not want to do anything with investors. This is a way to add value and create opportunity. But when you have a great buyer that puts an offer on the property, and then you can show them how you can list the house on the open market, is going to allow you to scale. And with over, and I already shared with you, with potentially over 125,000 sales at a median resale value of $400,000, and over 50 billion in potential sales that are projected to go through single family rental owners this year. These sales are going to happen no matter what. So I'm going to teach you the big picture and the big overview on how you can take advantage of this regardless of what your market is. Now, in summary, I just want to share and wrap up a few key things for you. Once you determine what your pipeline is, and you determine and you touch all of their information, we're going to start to build a hot list. And the reason why we're going to build a hot list is we want to be able to start to create those prospecting campaigns and to be able to create them on scale to convert as much opportunity as possible. Now, the other big picture opportunity I would say to you is, if you've ever wanted to work with investors or work with REO, know that in 12 weeks, when you create these relationships, you could potentially result in hundreds of transactions. And I'm going to just show you one key tip to be able to help you think bigger. Hold on one second for me. And we're in Orlando. All right. Yes. Okay. One key tip. And again, it's all in the data, right? So I am just showing you one example that, here we go. We have an owner that owns multiple properties and they're in pre-foreclosure. So I'm going to show you how to have these conversations and how to locate the information, how to navigate county records. But this particular property owner, they have a pre-foreclosure and they own over 20,000 homes. So that could have been a new house that they recently bought. But what would it look like if you had a conversation with somebody that owned maybe thousands of homes or hundreds of homes, and they had pre-foreclosures? And they said, you know what? And I'm looking at Graham. Graham, I have 100 homes. A few of them are in pre-foreclosure. Can you sell all of them? A lot of us don't think that way. We don't think that we can scale and create massive opportunity. Now, I jumped around a little bit because I really wanted to expand your thinking. I wanted you to really realize what the opportunity is and how the scale, it could be as big as you want. Open Door has done over 50,000 transactions. Some of the largest single family owners in the country, they own over 250,000 homes. 9 out of 10 purchases that happen right now, consumers say that they'd work with easy investors or iBuyers. I saw a statistic, and it could be right or wrong, said 7 out of 10 are selling off market. So how can we create more opportunities so you can have massive opportunity in your world in a really big way? So I'm going to show you how to do all of that. Now, I do want to tell you, and I'm going to go through the questions really quick, hold on one second. How do we avoid builders when searching for property owners? So we filter out property owners that just recently purchased the homes or the year built is newer. So there's a way to filter those out. And I definitely walk you guys through how to do that. You can absolutely, and this isn't a time to really go through commission strategies, but what I would say to you is talk to your broker in your office. I like to say working with off market's a great approach depending on your state on how to navigate working with for sale by owners. So if an owner says, I want $250,000 for the home, and the investor is willing to pay $275,000 or $300,000, it's up to you to negotiate that particular commission. I'm not sure if certain states have a cap on commission. Mine doesn't. So, and then the golden letters are in the folder. So again, guys, let's recap. Property owners that, I'm going to show you how to locate property owners that own multiple properties. I'm going to show you how to have those conversations. I'm going to show you how to be able to have those conversations and to be able to add that value to them, to be able to grow that relationship that could potentially result in hundreds of transactions, maybe even thousands of transactions. We're going to have that investor, and or maybe you're looking for yourself. Maybe you're looking to build value for your own self on wealth and off-market properties, or just looking for your first-time home buyers to help them find properties. With our off-market playbook, you're going to have hundreds of ways to be able to do that and simplicity on how to do that. Guys, again, it's my blog, which is just ChristinaGriffin.com. On the very top, download tips to get more referrals. And it's just going to have some tips for you to be able to take a look at in it. And I really hope you join us in our upcoming course. My goal here today was to show you how you can think bigger, how we're going to teach you how to locate the opportunity, and how you can control your market and control your inventory and create a ton of opportunity for you. And it's how to get, short sales and foreclosures. It's a 12-week course. We have a lot of great things that we offer. And truly, you can create six figures in a 12-week period. We just have to learn how to locate opportunity and how to be consistent on our prospecting, whether it's door hangers, phone calls after you scrub the do not call, but I'm going to give you a simple plan on how to do that. And that's just a small part of our course. So again, I really, really appreciate it. Graham, I know I'm at my time. I hope you guys join us. I hope to see you at family reunion. Take a look at at the blog. I have a ton of other videos as well. You can create hundreds and hundreds of transactions. You just have to have that consistency, and I'm going to teach you how to do that. Okay.
Yeah, I can pop in the link real quick for the class, working with foreclosures and short sales.
Okay, wonderful.
To wrap things up, and yeah, I'll have the recording up probably by the end of the day today.
All right, guys, yeah. I hope you join. Please take a look at the other classes that I've done on the MAPS coaching blog, and we have a lot of other great programs as well. So I hope you guys join. And my goal today was to help expand your thinking. All right. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
See you later. Bye.